a new series. OMG. How exciting. So, the title of the series, as you would have presumably gathered from the actual title, is The Road to the British Champ. So, quite simply, in October, I'm going to be competing in the British Powerlifting Champs, the GBPF Championships, and I'm pretty excited. Now, that gives me, what is it now, kind of end of May, June, July, August, September, kind of like 5 months, I guess, 4 or 5 months. So it's kind of closer than I thought, to be honest, but it gives me a reasonable amount of time. Now, the reasoning behind this series is as follows. Up until now, for a while now, I've been putting up 3 training videos a week, and I just feel like it's a bit dry. I think, although some of you kind of like nerdy, real intense powerlifting fans like watching the 5 sets of 5, every set, but I think for a lot of you, you probably kind of switch off. You don't want to watch all those sets, and I can't blame you. Like, I kind of like watching it because it's me and it's handy to look back on, but if I was watching anyone else's videos, I wouldn't want to sit through that many sets. So that's why I'm doing it. So what I'm going to do essentially is just take a highlight from each day. So instead of showing 5 sets of 5, it will just be the first set of 5, and then on to the next day and so on. So this video will be up each week. So this is episode 1, and it will just be the highlights of my week of powerlifting leading up to the meet. Now there's loads of things coming up in the way, so I've got the like a powerlifting meet in 5 weeks, which kind of like breaks it up nicely. I'll be talking about how I'm feeling, how things are going, any injuries, which hopefully will be non-existent, touch wood. Just generally how my preparation is going. And then I'll obviously show you, like I said, the highlights from the week of powerlifting. I'll probably put in each week like a 10-minute video of my cat dancing, or kind of either dancing or painting. Basically, my cat is an incredibly good pole dancer and also like a talented artist. She kind of has a bit of Banksy about her. Like, she'll go out and just kind of do really like block kind of cool graffiti on walls and stuff. So I'll leave some of that in there because I know you guys like cat art. But yeah, it will essentially just document my journey up until the British Champs, because I know everyone loves a good journey. So to get us started, episode 1, I've just finished my week of training. I'm back from Body Power. And it was a good week, I'm pleased. Now, I trained 5 days. I missed 1 day because I was driving up to Body Power, and by the time I got there it was too late to train. But other than that, I got everything in, and I'm pretty pleased because obviously I had to do 2 of my sessions, the last 2 sessions at Body Power, so I was kind of freaking out, thinking I wasn't going to be able to do that. Initially, I kind of planned to train actually at the expo. It was kind of harder than I thought because obviously it was rammed and the equipment wasn't always kind of conducive to kind of powerlifting. But like I said, the main thing is I got it done. I got most of it done, did pretty much everything I wanted to do, and I felt pretty good. I hit some nice PRs in there. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get on to the... Without further ado, I always say adieu, which sounds like I'm saying Jew. I'm not, I mean further ado. Without further ado, let's get on to the clip. Now for this clip, I would probably recommend buying a gigantic candle, getting either someone incredibly tall or maybe just hire a crane. Hold the candle kind of hovered maybe like a metre or so above your head, light the candle, wait until it kind of melts and your entire body is encapsulated in wax. Cut like nose holes and eye holes so you can breathe and obviously see, and then just get someone, preferably your grandma or maybe like an uncle, just to hold the laptop, because obviously you won't have use of your arms, and then sit back, watch and enjoy. Okay, here we go. So, powerlifting highlights for the week. Monday was 5 sets of 5, 457 pounds, 207.5 kilos, and spoiler alert, I got it. I'm freaking pleased with this. This is another set and rep PR for 5 sets of 5. I've lost count of how many of these I've done. I've done like 15 or so times since I started doing this setup. And this one was kind of particularly pleasing because I did the previous week I did 205 kilos, so what's that, 450 I guess pounds, and it was a massive grind. The last 2 sets were like I had to get people to spot me, and I was really kind of close to not getting them, so These 5 sets of 5, the last probably rep was a bit of a grind, but it was far easier than the previous session, which obviously had less weight. So that is, really decent progress, and I'm pretty excited about that. Definitely think it bodes well. Right, accessory work wise, I did front squats for 3 sets of 3, 120 kilos, 264 pounds, pretty standard. And it was pretty easy. Now, to be fair, with the front squats, because I always do them after my main working sets for my back squats, I'm always pretty knackered, so they tend to be pretty light, and it tends to be just kind of whatever I feel like. I don't really kind of plan that, because sometimes I'm absolutely smashed, so I'll just do any old, just a couple of reps at fairly light. Other times I feel good and I go a bit heavier, but I don't kind of program that, because it does depend on how I feel. Anyway, Tuesday was a bench press day, as is always the case, and it was heavy. I went for 4 sets of 5, 132.5 kilos, 292 pounds with a pause. Now, I bench 3 times a week. The middle session is touch and go for reps, nice and easy. And then the first and last session will be heavy with either a touch and go or a pause. I kind of alternate just to keep things fresh, just to mix up, give me more options, and allow me to progressively overload at a kind of realistic rate. And it felt really good. My bench press at the moment is just flying up. It's feeling really good. I mean, when I first moved to the new gym, the new setup kind of threw me out, and I was really struggling. But now, the last probably month, everything's moving in the right direction. I'm really confident, and I feel like I should, in theory, have a PR there. I don't know if it's definitely going to translate, but I feel like I'm definitely capable of hitting a PR for a single when I test. So we'll see how that goes. Right, Wednesday is deadlift day, as is always the case, and it was 5 sets of 3 at 222.5 kilograms, 490 pounds. And I got it, baby. I did, and I'm very happy about that. So my deadlift, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you'll know is by far my weakest lift. It sucks. It's been lagging to the point where recently my squats surpassed my deadlift in terms of reps and sets and stuff. But it feels like it's making somewhat of a comeback. So I don't want to jinx it. I keep saying this to people. I don't want to kind of jinx it. But the last 2 weeks, it's felt like the best it's ever felt. Like here, I mean, you see it's moving really good. This is a pretty heavy weight for me, and I was getting them fairly comfortably. So I'm really excited to see how this kind of translates to a single. I haven't hit a single deadlift PR for a long time. Like, I'm talking half a year, 5-6 months. So it would be so freaking cool if I could get one, soon. And I definitely feel like it is on the cards. But we'll see. Okay, I then did my accessory work, which is some deficit pulls. 3 sets of 5, 150 kilos, 331 pounds. Nice and light, just working on that kind of weakness of mine, which is directly off the floor, and also using a double overhand just for fun. Also, this was immediately after pretty much immediately after my root canal surgery, so I'm pretty pleased I got that done without any problems. Right, there's me tapping a massive guy on the buttocks because he was in the way. This is Friday, and this is my squat session. Now, I didn't train on Thursday because I was on the way to body power, as I said earlier, but on the Friday, I made it my mission to get my squat session in. We went to the Emporium gym, which was the most busy any gym in the world's ever been. From my experience, it was ridiculously busy, but it was also freaking cool because I had loads of guys around me shouting at me and filming and stuff. It was super cool. The adrenaline was flying. I did 220 kilograms, 485 pounds for 5 sets of 2. The first set was 3, and the following 4 sets were 2. I wanted to get 5 sets of 3, which would have been a massive PR. In retrospect, it was a little bit ambitious because I was really tired. I think the floor was kind of sloping a bit, like I felt like I was falling forwards. So to get it, to be honest, I mean, that's still a massive PR for me. And to get that first set of 3 was really cool. So I would definitely take that. And I think it bodes well because, like I said, the circumstances were far from ideal. And then I just did 3 sets of 3, 140 kilos, 309 pounds for some front squats, which felt, as they always do, nice and easy after the heavy back squats. And that was my squats for the week. And then I finished on the Saturday, again training at the actual Body Power Expo for the first time with some bench press, 5 sets of 3, 140 kilograms, 309 pounds, which was pretty good considering it was a crappy Olympic bar that was rolling in my hands. And that, my friends, was my session, and that was my week of powerlifting. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and I will see you tomorrow.